Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I wanted to share with you guys on how to maintain a happy relationship with mommy and daddy, husband and wife, after having a newborn baby. There are a lot of issues and hurdles that your marriage bump into after having a baby. And even though it's a special moment and it's a special season that you're entering into, it can be a bit challenging, especially if you have had a lot of expectations or an idea of how you want or how you saw your life or your marriage or motherhood, or even how you expected your husband to be after having a child as a father. And if these expectations are not met, sometimes it can be a hard pill to swallow or very difficult to navigate through, which can cause struggle and friction in your relationship. Guys, I know it's a huge adjustment, especially if you are going from 0 to 1, or whether it is your third baby, your fourth baby. It's a huge adjustment. I have learned a lot. I really have learned a lot during the process, introducing each one of my children into my whole family dynamics. And I wanted to share some advice on a lot of things that I have learned. Some I've learned the hard way, but definitely a lesson worth learning. And I wanted to share some things with you guys of how not to just be in conflict with your husband. I know around this time when you just give birth to a baby, your body is going through an adjustment. You're sleep deprived, both mother and father. It's a lot. It's a lot at once that you experience. And if you are not careful, like, you can really find yourself just bickering and just nitpicking at one another. And I just wanted to help you guys and give you guys a lot of solutions for just being happy, very contented with your husband, especially during those teething moments, those early moments of having a baby and just adjusting to that transition. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Lois Raymond, and on this channel, I'm all about serving and helping you navigate through life as a godly wife, woman, and a mother. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Hi. And thank you so much for your love and support throughout the years. So many of you guys have been sharing my content. A lot of you guys have been commenting and just encouraging me along the way. And I just want to say thank you so much. If you are new to my channel, please, I encourage you to go through all my videos. I have a lot of videos, and see if the content it is relevant and relatable to you. If it brings you a lot of value, please don't hesitate to subscribe. And what that does for you, when you subscribe, you'll always be notified when I post a video. So let's get started. My first advice for couples just going through this transition and adjusting to having and welcoming a new baby into the whole family dynamics is to share your struggles with each other. We have to be mindful that both parents are struggling in one way or the other. And it's a huge adjustment for the mother as well as the father. There is a mental load that our husbands carry that we as wives, we may not be able to relate to, just because he's the head of the home and he's the leader of the home, and he's just trying to provide and to make sure that not only his wife but his child, or by extension his children, have everything that they need to be comfortable and happy. But also, as mothers, as wives, we go through a lot. There is the mental, the physical, and emotional load that we carry that our husbands, he may understand it to a certain degree, but he may not be able to relate to it because he's not a mother. So that's why it's so important for us to have conversations where we can really share our hearts with one another and meet in the middle to have compassion and empathy for one another. Guys, being honest, especially when I had my firstborn baby, I remember there were times where I really hit low places emotionally during my motherhood journey in the early stages of just having that baby. And there were times where I kept score and I compared what I am doing compared to what my husband was doing or was not doing. Sometimes I did feel as though I got the shorter end of the stick because, I felt as though my privileges was just stripped away from me, and yet still my husband had a certain level of freedom to just do whatever he wants. Or in my mind, that's how I saw it. Like he could go whenever he wants. He could have just do all of these things, and I didn't have that luxury. I had to stay home with the kids, and I saw him, going after his dreams and pursuing his goals and being able to do a lot of things, and I couldn't, especially for my firstborn son. I had him during Christmas time, and in Christmas is like a big thing in the Caribbean. You go from house to house, you go by everyone. And I had to stay home with the baby because I had a newborn baby. He didn't have his shots, and I had to be home, where he had the opportunity to go here, there, and everywhere. And I felt as though, my freedom was taken away. And, a lot of the times I would compare my situation to my husband, not knowing that it was hard for him. And he having a conversation with him after, and really sitting down in a mature manner and just sharing how I feel and hearing his point of view, understanding that, hey Lois, not only you alone felt as though privileges were stripped away from you, he felt the same way as well, and he was struggling just as much as I had been, just in different areas. And that's why I say it's so important to sit and have these conversations and be empathetic and understand each other and how both parties are struggling. You're in the same boat and you're facing the same challenges, the same storm, just the roles are different and both parties are different. But I think it's so important understanding that, hey, we are in this together. This might be my season where I might have to give my all. But when the boys get older is where they will need their father more than they need me right now. So I think it's important to just sit and share your concerns, cast your cares, and just let both parties know what is going on with no judgment. But also know that you are a team and you're in this together. And both of you are struggling. Don't keep scores, but know that you're in this together. Maximize the season you are in. I cannot stress this enough. Please, soak in the moment. Be in the moment. Seize the moment with your children and appreciate the season that you're in, because I'm telling you, the saying is literal. I mean, your baby grows up before your eyes. And I have experienced this, where I would put my baby to sleep, my newborn baby to sleep, and I woke up and I was like, oh my God, you were not that long. You were not that tall when I just put you to sleep. They grow rapidly. You see the growth. You literally see the transformation of this child growing before your eyes. So seize the moment and soak in the moment, because before you know it, the season will change. And it's going to be bittersweet. It's going to be bittersweet. There will be no more noise around the house, no more cuddles, no more little ones following you wherever you go. And a season is going to come where they may not really want their mommy. You're not going to be their world anymore. Their friends will be their world, and other things will be their world. So enjoy this moment that you have with your baby. Enjoy it. I mean, like, even now I have a 1-year-old, and I miss, like, today I went to the store to get something, and I saw this mom with her newborn baby, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I just pray that you just soak in these moments, because they are so precious. So for me, the more kids that I had, the more I learned just to stay in the moment and not rush to come out of the season, because each season brings its challenge. From newborn stage, there is the good and the bad. But as your child grows older, I'm telling you, there are moments you're going to look back and you're going to say, oh my gosh, where had the time go? So soak in the moment, be appreciative of the moment, fall in love with your baby. Like there are times where I would just sit and I would just hold their fingers and just really take in every detail of their life, because I know that the time just speeds up and it goes by rapidly. And I think when you begin to appreciate your baby and you be in the moment, complaint goes out the window, comparison goes out the window. That like now I'm on my third baby, and my mindset is totally different now to when I just had one, because I guess they say age brings reasoning, but I think maturity and just experience brings reasoning as well. And now that I'm on my third, I know that Lois, just soaking every moment, because time goes by quickly. Let your husband figure things out on his own. Yes, mama, I know that you know your baby inside out. I know you know what your baby like and what he does not like, and like you guys are one. You just know. You have that motherly intuition. But you know what? The baby is your husband's just as much as the baby is yours. And allow your husband to take the lead and allow him to do things on his own and figure things out. Even if he takes up the charge to bathe the baby or to change the baby clothes, he might mismatch, he mightn't get things right, but please don't be that helicopter mom, micromanaging your husband and just, criticizing him or just watching over him to make sure that he gets it right. Allow him to father this baby. Just as how you have that motherly instinct, I believe as a dad, there's this instinct within him. He knows what to do. He will not kill the baby. So allow him to bathe the baby, and don't tell him, what to do and what not to do. And even if he makes a mistake, give him time, allow him to make the mistake, and then after come back and say, hey, you know what? Baby likes this. Instead of putting like two scoops of milk, he likes 3, but allow him to just, feel comfortable and just do what he has to do as a dad. Because what could happen if you're only micromanaging him, he can just step back and be like, okay, well, you know this baby more than me, so and he will not help you, which will be a disadvantage to you. Or if you have a husband with another temperament, you can end up in a quarrel, because it's like, hey, give me chance to take care of my son or my daughter without you just over my head all the time. Allow the husband, allow him to just figure things out. He may get it wrong, that's okay. Let him learn and understand on his own. Leave the house without the baby. Please. Do it for your mental health. Do it for your sanity. I know there is mom guilt. Like, there are times where I would be in the house with this child all the time, and there are days like I'm like, I just need to get out of the house and just come out of these 4 walls and just go do something, and sometimes you reach that place where it's like, okay, I need to get out of the house. Go hang out with friends, hang out with adults, go for a walk, take a break. But I know, like, there's this conundrum, like, you want to leave your house, but then when you leave, you miss the baby and you want to go back to the baby. But I think it's great for your mental health at times just to leave the baby with the dad. Let them bond, let them get one-on-one time, and take that opportunity to take self-care and take care of yourself and just do something. Take that break that you so deserve. And you know what is amazing? These men, I mean, sometimes when we are there, they can be so laid back. But a lot of the husbands, the newly fathered, I've spoken to, like, they will step up to the plate. Even my husband, they will step up to the plate, and they will even show you, like, all these things that you're complaining is just easy peasy. Because they will be on top of things. When you come back home, you will be amazed of how good of a job your husband can do. I know it can be difficult, especially if you're exclusively breastfeeding. Just make sure that you put everything in place, that your baby will be fine for the amount of time that you'll be out. But I'm telling you, your husband, he is well equipped, just as how you are. He is well equipped and well ready to take on this challenge. So just take those times, take those moments, and just go out, go for a walk, take time for yourself. And then when you come back, you feel as though, okay, yes, I can do this again. Yes, I feel as though I am well prepared again mentally to go back all in. And now you're able to love your baby even more and better. So thank you guys. I hope that this video has really helped you. It's a challenge that a lot of couples face, especially when introducing a baby to the household. I'm telling you, you can have a lot of conflict, but do these steps and it will improve your mental health and your husband's mental health as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.